like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And do you like a bit of Doctor Who, do you? I do. I actually do. I like a little bit of Doctor Who. In fact, fair to say, I like a lot of Doctor Who. I like a lot of Doctor Who, apart from the stuff that's called Doctor Who the last few years. Now, I want to be clear before I go forward, because the crazers are out there being a crazy. If you like it, I'm very happy for you. Why would I be upset? But I'm very happy for you. I find it the complete opposite of Doctor Who, and absolutely awful in every way. But don't let my sheer hatred of it and, accurate critique in any way impact upon your life. And, that's actually really, really true. I mean, we've all cringed at Doctor Who whilst long-term Doctor. We've all cringed when Doctor Who did something cringy many times over. But I love it anyway. Well, that's what love is, baby. That's what love is. You take the rough with the smooth. I don't think you ever really did love Doctor Who. I don't think you really ever did love the stunning and brave Jodie Whittaker. I just think you really, really, really loved the idea that there was an evil white male patriarchy that was being overthrown, right? That's what I think you really, really genuinely loved. And now it doesn't look like happening. You just don't like Doctor Who anyway, in any way, shape or form. So anyway, Chris Chibnall, the writer of Doctor Who, has noticed that it's not gone very well, right? Not gone very well. So he's tried a lot of stuff to throw the audience off the scent that it's actually very, very, very bad. Yeah, at first he cast Jodie Whittaker, and then anybody said, "Well, her performance is terrible." I said, "You're a bigot! We're making this people who aren't bigots, so go away." And the weird fans that came with him. That was strange. That went on for a few years. Then he tried all kinds of other things. In Flux, he tried to move the story so quickly that nobody noticed it was garbage. But still, apparently, everybody noticed. So then he tried, at long last, something he's hinted at in Doctor Who, Eve of the Dalek, which featured the worst Daleks of all time. Literally, couldn't blow a hole in a door. An ordinary storage unit door, not the front door. No, the door of a storage unit. That was an impenetrable barrier to this Dalek. Fine. I just got stopped by a minute about how my brain froze at how stupid it actually is, right? But he tried something new something he's hinted at many times, to really please the audience. But in fact, it's not the audience. It's just a teeny tiny group of people who live on Twitter. The audience went, "This is garbage, leave us alone." That it was actually quite a good episode by having Yaz finally admit her very, very clear feelings to the Doctor, and Doctor going, maybe I could go for a bit of minge. I don't know. Now, the Doctor's always been somewhat of an asexual character, and I think somewhat better for it, quite frankly. I was very uncomfortable with the David Tennant relationship with Rose. And I thought it worked in the context of Russell T Davies, who's very good at doing relationships as a one-time thing. But Chibnall, he doesn't put that much thought into it. And, I understand that Martha was mooning after the Doctor for the first season, but I think they basically worked out at that point. No, right? Where he was with Donna, I just want a mate, right? You just want a mate? No, I just want a mate. One of the greatest exchanges ever. I'd like to remind you why we love Doctor Who, right? Because it is actually very, very good. So anyway, we're going to be looking at this Hail Mary pass to see if it worked, and it didn't. And it didn't at all. And maybe we're going to have a little bit of a chortle at it as well. Fine, before we get in it, can you hit the like button, share button, subscribe button, and comment. Comment that, Tzvi, you are an incredibly handsome man. Listen, look, I can't argue with you when you tell the truth, baby. I can't argue with you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, Rumble on Rumble. If you're on the Rumble, hit the Rumble button. I'm on Getter now. I don't even know what it is. Okay, I just know Joe Rogan joined it and seems to be one that's going on Parler. But God, can I just get rid of Parler already? I mean, really? Does anybody use Parler? I don't know. So I'll get a Rumble, Getter. Mostly, the thing I'm on that I want to tell you about, though, is Substack. Substack, freaking awesome. It's a newsletter thing. You can sign up for it down below. I keep updated on all my content. And basically, I use it as Twitter, right? You can, which I also use Getter as Twitter, but I'm not using it. Okay, but you can comment on on all the posts I make on it. And basically, I let you know what videos are going out every day. And I think I'm going to start posting them on Substack as podcasts. You can put audio up as well. Freaking awesome. But on top of that, which is, okay, that stuff's not such a great draw, but what I'm putting into it, which I hope you'll like, is lots of cool stuff, like comics, starting I'm not sure when this video is going out. I think this video is going out on Saturday, which means on Friday was the first. You can get it right now. You can get it right now. Friday was the first episode of The Ice Warriors. It's a comic strip I did with Stefano Cardicelli. Fantastic Italian artist. So these are one-page strips. I very much wanted to do something similar to the Dalek strips from the 60s, or actually more actually the Cybermen strips, which I adore, with Adrian Salmon. I think Alan Bars wrote them from the 90s. I absolutely adore them. So I did something kind of similar with that. It goes for quite a while, right? I did a couple of seasons, but the first 6 or 7 aren't coloured. As long as I get this video in the can early enough, I'm going to colour that first page today, and I'm going to put it out, or today's Thursday, I'm going to put it out Friday. So go sign up for it. I'm also have novels I'm going to put out there, like a chapter a week. And also there's a paid version. Listen, if you want to be super nice, the paid version is freaking awesome. I haven't even started promoting it yet, but I'm going to put about 50 pages of really good comics on there every month for your delight and delectation, and that's basically how I'm trying to monetize my channel, because YouTube has said, yeah, piss off. Listen, we don't like you very much. By the way, if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Fine, I think we covered everything. Let's get into the story. So first, let's look at what Chris Chibnall was trying to do from Gay Times. Doctor Who confirms long-awaited queer romance in latest episodes. So I really just don't think it worked, right? Firstly, when Yaz was introduced, do you get any lesbian gaydar offer? Because I really don't. I get somebody who I don't want to sleep with offer. Yeah, I get that. I get but she seems very straight, as does the Doctor, right? You can, and again, it's like, I'm not. Is this bigotry? No, I think you can normally tell. Everybody has a little bit of built-in gaydar, right? You can tell when somebody's gay, right? I'm not sure what it is. I knew Russell T Davies was gay before I knew who Russell T Davies was, right? Although, to blow a hole in my own argument, I had no idea Simon Callow was gay. No idea! Until he came out against the gay charity for being too focused on trying to get kids to be trans, right? And he's famous gay activist, Simon Callow? I had no idea! See, in my head, I always remember him from Chance and a Million, where he was married in that. So, that's the power of TV for you. So there you go. But yeah, so I just don't think it works at all. In all fairness, Chris Chibnall can't write character, and Mando Gill can't act beyond a Hollyoaks level, and Jodie Whittaker, not even that. Fine. The beloved Doctor Who series, what used to be, confirms a long-speculated queer romance in its New Year's special. I just don't understand what, how is this a good thing to put into Doctor? I don't understand how I understand how you're helping the cause of crazy people who live on Twitter who think gay people are in some way subjugated. Really? Listen, mate, I've seen It's a Sin. I wish I could be subjugated like that. I mean, the first episode where they were having lots of sex with each other. That seemed really nice. Okay, which... As a religious guy, I think that was the sin, and I don't think there's anything about being gay. Okay, also the sin was not treating people well. That was also a sin. There was lots of sins going on. Spoilers ahead. LGBTQ plus fans were sent to a frenzy. That is true. Because they don't care about Doctor Who, right? They don't care about Doctor Who or really anything other than people being gay, right? That's really, we got to be visible. How could you be more visible, right? Have you ever gone to a gay pride parade? That's very visible. I don't understand how you could be any more visible, right? But no, not visible or not. Really? What? Do you think they live in 1972? Could that would explain everything, right? If they lived in 1972, they go, oh no, look at the oppression. That's 50 years ago. 50 years is a long time. But okay, no problem. When the latest issue featured Yaz Khan confessing her feelings for the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, she basically masturbated to a hologram of Jodie during Flux. I mean, really, that was a bit of a tell, don't you think? In the episode title, Even the Daleks, Yaz and Dan, John Bishop, are separated from the Doctor and stuck in a time loop. The two get close to one another. Dan comes to the realization that Jazz has romantic feelings for the Doctor. No, he's come to the realization along with everybody else because it's painfully bloody obvious, right? Painfully bloody obvious. I don't know what to do then. I think lick her vagina. I think is. I mean, you should, maybe buy dinner first. But that's basically where you're going with this, okay? Lick her vagina. I believe there are many sites online where you can get videographic instructions what to do. Don't do that, kids. It's bad for you. Okay, fine. So I don't know what to do. I've never told anyone, not even myself. Okay, fine. So she's like 30 and coming out as being gay. Seems like you come out being gay when you're like 17, right? Like what's been going on? After the revelation, not a revelation, the doctor pretended not to understand. Towards the end of the episode, Dan revealed that Yaz has romantic feelings for her. Isn't that kind of like outing her or something? I don't know. Now, this is frozen as frozen can be. Well, let me scroll down. Oh, there we go. There, that's better. When Dan went to ask, wait, there we go. It's over here. Towards the end of the episode, Dan reveals he has romantic feelings for her, and after the revelation, the doctor pretended not to understand, which prompted Dan to say, I think you do, but for some reason you pretend to me and her that you don't. Yeah, listen. It's like, I don't know. What exactly, like, what world is this hard to come out in, right? I can't think of an easier world to come out as being bi or gay or whatever than the world we live in right now. I mean, really, like, I don't understand what's the obstacle, right? So the other episode there, fans took to social media to express excitement and potential romance. So this is what Chibnall thought was going to happen. He thought, the fans are going to go crazy, going to go, yes, at last. And we're going to get so much traction on social media that's going to carry through. And make everybody super happy, make the episode super successful. Great thinking there, Jibs. Great thinking. One user noted, the Doctor and Yaz are sapphic, and I repeat, the Doctor and Yaz are sapphic. Oh, God. But, like, what about Doctor Who? Have you always liked in the past? And you said, you know what? I love Doctor Who. I love it. Oh, man. Love it so much. Love the Daleks, love the Cybermen, love the Silurians, love Doctor Who, love the TARDIS. You know what's missing? You know what's really missing? What? What's missing? Because that's really good. There's not enough minge licking in the TARDIS, right? There's not enough scissoring in the TARDIS. There's not enough lesbian sex in the TARDIS. So, well, what happens if we have a couple of lesbian companions? Oh, you bigot! No. The Doctor has to be a lesbian. So but the Doctor's a bloke, they said at the time. No, hold my beer, said Chibnall. Yeah, really, does anybody not think this is exactly where it's going? Another Twitter user said, Phasmin becoming canon as Jodie is about to be possibly replaced by a guy. IK, you're effing lying. What the hell? What does that mean? I know you are effing lying, RN. I don't know what RN is the one that confused it. Okay. They've been praised by Stonewall. Right, okay. Isn't Stonewall in, like, super disgrace right now for terrible things? Yeah, problem being, always tells me about it, right? And I never remember the details. Stonewall, very, I mean, really? It's like, it's like, the Third Reich came out in support of Jeremy Corbyn. It's not really something that you want to advertise, is it? There's long been a LGBTQ plus themes in the show. I mean, you might let me see if you can pick up on the LGBTQ plus theme right there from that picture. Can you pick up on any? I think I can. We can't wait to see. We can't. And also, the David Tennant's romance with Billie Piper was never consummated as well. I mean, there was that. Is fantastic a prominent storyline on attraction between two women in the latest episode of Doctor Who? Robbie told Metro. What was it? This by Stonewall's direct communication. Robbie said it's great to see you, but why? Again. When the Cybermen were invading, he said, "Oh man, if there could just be two women licking vaginas in this episode would be perfect. Oh my god." Perfect! And instead of the Rani's balls of death, maybe they should have the Rani's vag of death. That again, I mean, if that had happened, right? If that had happened, I'll be going, oh, this all makes complete sense. But that never happened, did it? No. We can't. We can be. We can. What? We can't be what we can't see. Really? Really? That's insane. That's insane. Oh, and that is the problem of the age. Yes, it's intense stupidity. Right, intense stupidity. I nearly had to stop myself from twisting somebody's head off in synagogue yesterday. Okay, and I literally had to hold myself down because, one of the central laws of Judaism is not talking badly about one another. Right, not doing that. That's a bad thing. Right, and apparently, there was a minor official who's really does that a lot now that I found out. Right, I found out because he did it about me. So it's like he pretends it never happened. It's the weirdest thing, right? But then, I asked him. There's a certain honor you get in synagogue when you give a blessing on the Torah scroll. It doesn't matter, right? And he said, but you heard him have a discussion say, oh no, somebody wearing shorts cannot get that honor, right? No, can't get it. I'm like, somebody wearing shorts is a problem, but somebody actually desecrating the central tenet of our religion. That's all good, baby. That's all. And you know why it's all good? Because you can see shorts and you can't see evil speech. Really? I mean, I just can't get my head around the utter stupidity that we live in today. Like it however dumb I think the world is, right? And I think it's pretty darn dumb. However dumb I think it gets. There's always another basement of a dumber. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. We can't be what we can't see. Why not? I mean, oh my God. I mean, used to be a time when sex is something that you didn't actually see. We kept it private between loving spouses, right? And I think sex was actually probably better for it. I mean, listen. This is a off-topic conversation, right? But do you think sex was better? I mean, like, more fulfilling, more rewarding. It was better. Was better when we treated it with some value, right? When it wasn't transactional. When it was, yeah. But no. We got to sit. Why? Like, we used to have children's programs, right? We used to have programs where we didn't have sexual content. No, not anymore. Unfortunately, viewers will have to wait till the next episode, Legend of the Sea Devils, to drop see if the Doctor acts on the bombshell revelation. Well, I think if it's not next one, the one after. The rumor is she regenerates by kissing Yaz to get a weeping angel out of her eye. Current premiere date for early 2022 has been set for highly anticipated. Nobody gives a shit. Have you seen the ratings? It's the lowest ratings ever, 3.21. Sylvester McCoy got 3.1 on the first episode of Battlefield in '89. Yeah. Do I need to do all the comparisons now? I don't want to go to. So so we got how many tweets we got here? The Doctor and Yaz are sapphic. We knew. I repeat, the Doctor and Yaz are sapphic. Because what? Plasma Gundam is just as Jodie is about to be replaced by a guy. You are effing lying. Okay, whatever. Two tweets. For somebody who jokes about enjoying queer bait, I don't. I have to say that I got real emotional when they confirmed Yasmin. Well, I think maybe you need to talk to a doctor then. No. Wow, as a sapphic, seeing it confirmed was just so powerful. Why? Did this play? I think we have to see a reaction on. It's a minute long. Goes on forever. Yeah, no, we're not watching it. So 3-4. Again, look at this Mandip Gill acting, right? This is Mandip Gill expressing her love. It looks like she's having a shit, doesn't it? It does to me. I think the most important scene in the episode, not easy for everyone to say, oh yeah, I'm gay. Again, how much easier can we make it? Really? I don't understand. Look. If you're straight, going out with a girl, asking a girl out for the first time, it's also kind of scary, right? It's nothing about being gay. It's about being scared you're going to be hurt, right? And that's something that humans experience, not gay people, not straight people. All of us! Will you stop dividing us by this stupid, infantile nonsense that nobody cares about? It's hard to admit to yourself then to tell people. Again, fine. But I'm sure this scene will mean a lot to many young people who watch. No! Many young people don't watch Doctor Who anymore. That's the point. So 3, 4. 22 is cursed already. For you, I just got canon Thasman. Okay, this Doctor isn't canon. I'm sorry. I hate that I be the one to break it to you. This Doctor has decanonized herself long before Thasman. And the only thing I'll be thinking about for the rest of the year. Again, I think you need a Doctor, mate. 5. We have What of You? Yeah, it's beautiful. 6. Thasman canon, but the era being over in 2 episodes. Okay, 7. 8. So by the same person now, right? It's all by the same person. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there, you got 14 people liked it. 14 people went crazy, right? 14 people. Woohoo! Okay, so how does that translate into viewing figures? And of course, I only go to the best sources possible, to the most reputable sources possible. Of course, it's the Sun. Look, the same articles in every newspaper. Ratings exterminated. Doctor Who ratings exterminated. New Year's Day flop between the Daleks and Jodie Whittaker's Time Lord. I'm not sure. I said this is going out on Saturday. I'm doing a live stream tonight, Thursday night, where I'm going to be going over the Doctor Who magazine Spin Zone, where they're trying to make it sound like the ratings aren't absolutely dire. If it's good, I'm going to snip that out and make its own video out of it. So look for it on the channel. If not, look for my live stream on Thursday. And here's the win. They're saying 3.4 million. It was 3.21. Right, okay, so yeah, no, it failed, right? It failed. It turns out this isn't your audience. This is a small group of piss babies that live on Twitter, right? This is not your audience. Your audience didn't like it. So, because they're a small group of piss babies, there is some fallout for this, of course. That if it's not successful, that is a crime that they cannot take. And so they turned on it straight away. And here we go. Doctor Who, why Yaz's gay awakening isn't too little too late. Oh no, they're saying it's good. Our 13th Doctor and Yasmin's fans finally a canon queer romance. Again, do you consider this era Doctor Who canon? It seems to be in complete variance with the rest of Doctor Who, right? So I say no. After months of teasing, okay, so this is just a puff piece on Radio Times. After months of teasing fans with a long simmering chemistry, no, there's no chemistry, okay, no, that's why you come to my channel, because I just call this stuff out. No, there is no chemistry between Yaz and Doctor. Again, you want to see chemistry? This is what they think chemistry looks like. Where is it? That look like chemistry? No, that looks like taking a shit. Oh. And not canonizing it that they're totally gay for each other, even after that hologram scene. Oh, right, the hologram scene where they really said, oh, no, you're reading into it. Fans are essentially given what they've been asking for Doctor Who News special today. Even the Daleks, in Jodie Whittaker's latest episode, Yaz finally admitted her romantic feelings for the Doctor. I want to scissoring in the TARDIS. But as Yaz's gay awakening aired, accusations began to fly that they were approaching the end of days for this Doctor, and it simply was too little too late. No, people just said it was crap. Okay, generally speaking, they said this era of Doctor Who is unwatchable garbage. I don't know what else to tell you, mate. Stuck in a time loop with a handful of vengeful Daleks who were useless again. Daleks that couldn't open a door. Okay, that's really it. They couldn't open a door with a super gun. Okay. Stuck in a storage unit, Dan spotted Yaz pining for the Doctor. Have you told Alak? He said, I don't know what you mean. Isn't it obvious? I don't know what to do, Dad. I've never told anyone, even. Well, you told somebody now, okay? Okay, so what's the bigger deal? That you're in love with the Doctor or that you're gay? Or that you're bi? If it's that you're in love with the Doctor, just let the Doctor know, and if she's not into it, fine. And you move on and find another stunning and brave person to be gay with, I guess. I mean, like, listen, it doesn't always work out, right? Doesn't always work out with, no matter how much you like someone. They have to like you back, okay? It's easy to see why such a last-minute development could have been seen as tokenistic. Everything about this era is tokenistic. A way of keeping queer fans happy without having to depict the actual romance between the pair. Why would we want to... Again, What part? What part of Pyramids of Mars did you watch and went, oh man, this story is fantastic. But I really want to see Sarah Jane Smith go down on... Is there another woman in that episode? I don't know who's in that episode. No, there isn't. Okay, there really isn't. I really want to see Sarah Jane Smith go down on Leela. I do. Okay, I kind of do. But that's an aside, right? I'd much rather see... who was it? Tegan go down on Perry. Sorry, I had to just fall through my many masturbatory fantasies in the Doctor Who section in my head. Okay, sorry, it took me a minute to come up with it. If you want to see such last minute development, tokenistic, keeping queer fans happy is the way to the big note. Blah 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 blah. But could it be the romantic attraction between Yaz and the Doctor was never planned by Chris Chibnall and it just emerged? No, it's been planned for like years. Chemistry between the actors, and if so, is there chemistry? They seem like they like each other. They don't seem like they want to lick each other's vaginas. There seems to be a big gulf between that the world isn't really understanding. Like, honestly, I have many male friends, right? I have many male friends who I like a lot. I really like a lot. I've never wanted to suck their dick. Never. No, and I do like them a lot. Really, I do. I have great chemistry. Never wanted to go down. Let's not forget the Doctor, who has a good track record when it comes to LGBTQ plus representation. It seems likely. Well, I honestly, it was an edict from the BBC all the time. I mean, the only time the LGBTQ plus representation was actually organic and workable was Captain Jack. I kind of liked Bill Potts, but just because I thought she was the actress was very, very good in the role, right? And it was a real breath of fresh air after Clara. And honestly, the entirety of TV wasn't that I was watching wasn't like deluged with lesbian relationships. My God, I don't think there's been a straight relationship. I don't think there's been anything other than a lesbian relationship on Big Finish for about 3-4 years now, right? I really don't. But no, there's no representation. Oh, at last we can be seen. Well, again, where aren't we seeing you? Can I go to a place where you're not seen? Like, cause I want to see what that looks like, because I can't imagine it. Including these Captain Jack Harkness, lesbian lizard woman Madame Vastra. Oh, I forgot about it. She was kind of stupid. I can't stand the bit in Deep Breath where you had Jenny posing as she's painting a picture, but she's not. She's just stupid. All the dumb lesbian comedy in Deep Breath. Take that out. You might actually had a decent episode. Bill Potts was introduced during Peter Capaldi's final season as the Time Lord. But of course, strong reputation on the show once before shouldn't give it an easy ride forever. Again, what percentage of the population is gay? I don't think it's that high. It's what, about 4%, 6%? And it seems to be that like 100% of people are lesbian in Doctor Who, right? 100%. I mean, especially in Big Finish. I'm fine with representation. I'm fine with but not just like everyone's gay. Everybody's gay. Oh, I love sucking a bit of dick. Mate, are you a guy? Oh yeah, so that's why you like sucking a bit of dick. But of course, but we're forgetting something else. There aren't supposed to be any shenanigans on the TARDIS. Haven't all incarnations of the Doctor tried to rise above such a... Do I have my For the Male Gaze cards here? Right, I do. Okay, this is what I did on my Indiegogo. You must have seen these ones. So let me hold this one up here. This is my Perry one. And we have the tagline is no hanky panky in the TARDIS. No hanky panky in the TARDIS. Yes, but that was again 50 years ago, and it wasn't such a bad thing. It wasn't such a bad thing. One thing's for sure: when they haven't, they've been woefully bad at navigating the motion. Things might have been complicated, though. Remain celibate between Rosen and her doctors, but then Martha and Amy's adorations of Amy's one lasted 3 episodes, and Donna and the Tyler were no more than squabbling friends. Okay, but when you think when you think of this, Yaz and the Doctor aren't getting such a bad deal. Why would you say they're getting a bad deal? LGBTQ plus fans are always going to be on guard when it comes to queer narratives. Again, what doesn't have a queer narrative? And understandably so. Why is it understandably so? Okay, well, oh no, that makes sense. This bit of insanity makes complete sense. Complete sense. Beyond queer baiting, the gay characters we get on mainstream TV usually are designed for a straight audience who may not be comfortable with seeing gay people prosper. Show me one person. Show me one person. Oh no, I do not want to see that gay person prosper. And they believe this nonsense. They absolutely, completely hook, line, and sinker. They believe that me going, oh God, why are they shoehorning gay lesbian relationships into Doctor Who? Is me going, I hate gay people and I don't want to ever see anybody and they should all hide always. No! God, it's a bit of a leap, isn't it? As a result, queer characters often lead miserable lives, struggle for acceptance from their straight counterparts. So again, this is insane. This is when did she struggle for acceptance? When Bill Potts struggle for acceptance? When did Captain Jack struggle for acceptance? When they wind up dead? Well, Bill Potts sort of wind up dead, but then she came back to life again. So, of course, it's unfortunate that Yaz's gay awakening for the Doctor didn't happen earlier in the storyline. Oh, man. I wish they did this during the Timeless Children. That would have been awesome. And they weren't given time to root for a full-blown queer romance. Again, I mean, who watches Blink and go, oh, I hope that Sally Sparrow's a dyke. Oh, yeah, I love a bit of that. I mean, really? And again, I understand, you know, if you're gay, you may have the masturbatory fantasy of Turlough going down on the Fifth Doctor. I get that. Why do you need to see that? You don't have an imagination? I imagine a lot of things, quite frankly. You don't want to know what's going on either. Instead of being criticised for what it does know, even the Daleks should be praised for what it does know. So it's getting backlash. Okay, the reason it's getting backlash is because of this. No other reason. If it was popular, people would go, oh, this is the greatest ever, right? That's the reason. That's the reason getting backlash. So steering the ship away from queer baiting because this is a step in the right direction, even if it isn't as progressive as somewhat. Well, again, what? Why? Have you watched Star Trek Discovery? Is there anything recognizably Star Trek about that? Is women crying in space? What is it about Doctor Who? Right? No, you don't like Doctor Who. You like the platforming. That's all. You like the audience it gives you, and the audience has gone away. Remember, because you platformed on it all the time. So even if Yaz and Doctor don't have some time to explore their feelings any further in the upcoming special because the Time Lord is fighting off Sea Devils, I don't know, or I know, save the planet. Believe me, I won't mind. So this is apologetics because they're going after it. Why are they going after it? Because it didn't do very well, right? Basically, because it didn't do very well. And here's an example of them going after it for, especially with the sexual politics, right? Doctor Who, and this is Bleeding Cool, very, very left-wing site, very, very, queer-friendly site. They will believe all the same insanity that we've heard so far. Doctor Who, Evil the Daleks, creep a guy off the hook, win girl. Yeah, this is talking about weird sexual politics. This is the story from this episode. Has been and gone. It's a Groundhog Day plot, which became a cliche. Every show, I did a review of Doctor Who magazine, recorded that today, and they're saying it's the bestest thing ever. It's so good. Everybody no. If this hates it, everything hates it. Every show has to have a Groundhog Day episode now when it runs out of ideas. Yeah, you run out of ideas. Groundhog Day episode, lesbian relationship. And this is not a surprise for the current run of Doctor Who. What's unexpected is how the plot is really about letting the creepy guy off the hook and letting him win the heart of the girl he's been stalking. Yes! Nick is a weirdo. The plot has the Doctor and companions stuck in a time loop where they keep getting killed by the Daleks, as in as is usual for the Doctor Who story, some random civilians get caught up in the plot and has to end up helping. That's basically what Doctor Who plot 102 this time. It's a shy, creepy Nick who has a crush on the girl who runs the storage unit, Sarah, and shows up to put things in his unit every New Year's Eve because he knows she's going to be there. Creepy, in of that. Her employee Jeff always leaves her in the lurch. I'm like, how does he know so much about the inner workings of this place? He's the only customer. It's so weird. New Year's Eve, so he has to stick around to mind the store. So she has to stick around to mind the store. It turns out that what Nick stores in the unit are things left behind by ex-girlfriends: shoes, books, items of clothing, God knows what else. And it's a lot of things his alleged exes leave behind. I think victims is a stronger word, don't you? Are we supposed to believe him when he says he's not a serial killer? How does a man have that many exes? Yeah, it looks like hundreds of itemized items. Yes, I'm surprised they don't have bags of teeth or hair or anything. And how can he afford to keep the storage unit that large? Oh, it's the only character, the only customer. How many years has he been dating and storing his ex's things? And yet he continues to low-key stalk Sarah every New Year's Eve. By the end, Nick has won Sarah over, and they settle into a happy relationship, traveling the world. It's weird. It's the weird ones that are keepers. Someone says. I think it's A and B, right? We beg to differ. It's the weird ones that end up stuffing and mounting you in their basements. Yes, that is true. There are actually two people guys in the story. Aside from it, there's also the unseen Jeff, Sarah's employee. The Doctor and company discover that not only has Nick skived off the party, skived off to a party on New Year's Eve, leaving his boss Sarah stuck with the minding the store, but store and getting Nick killed by the Daleks. But he also has secretly moved into one of the storage units and turned his apartment into his apartment. He also secretly stored dangerous flammable chemicals and what were those chemicals and fireworks in the storage unit, which the Doctor ends up using to blow up the whole building with the Daleks inside, and somehow that kills the Daleks. These are not good Daleks. British TV has had its tendency to validate awkward, dysfunctional nerds with crushes on gorgeous women and then have them win them over by creepy means. The writers, Chris Chibnall, don't seem to realize how creepy these guys are. Chris Chibnall does it because he's one of those guys. I think he's one of those guys. We get the feeling female writers would not be so forgiving of empowering these creepers. The entire prospect of portraying the woman as these prizes for these creepy guys to win the creepiest part of the subdrama of romantic comedy. It should be really called stalker comedy. Yeah, I guess it should. This is the second time Dalek story has really been about a nerdy guy trying to win a girl as a crusher. What else story is it talking about? And what better than a Dalek invasion to bring that about? This time it was Chibnall's first News Day story resolution. There was, I forgot about it, the South Asian archaeologist named Mitch trying to save his fellow archaeologist Lynn and crush Lynn after he gets possessed by a Dalek. Charlotte Ripley was lucky enough to land the leading role in Ghost, the original BBC version, and not have to do this anymore. Okay. Now it's not like we pick up a Chibnall strips and find things wrong with them. That's exactly what you're doing. Again, this is the price of failure, right? This is entirely the price of failure. They're always right on the surface. Okay, fine, I'll take it back. We still remember Chibnall wrote the early episode of Torchwood called Cyberwoman, where Yanto, then a character we only just been introduced and barely knew, secretly kept his Cybermen infected girlfriend, and he was very gay. Like, I got a lot gay off Yanto straight away. In Torchwood's headquarters, he ended up rampaging through a building trying to kill everyone. Everyone in the episode behaved like a complete idiot in a way that no human in real life does. That's true. We called the episode Siberia because the poor actress ran around the episode in a metallic bra and covering. And the story was also really creepy. That episode was probably the lowest point in Doctor Who talks with the actress' career. And that she had heels on as well. I mean, do you remember things were allowed to be sexy? That's why any employed TV writer career. Yet Chibnall still went on to create Broadchurch and become the hottest TV showrunner in UK, which bagged him a job to become the new showrunner Doctor Who. Yeah, that didn't go down so well, now did it? Doctor Who. Since then, all his New Year's stories were about Daleks. To be fair, even the Daleks is the least boring of his specials. I found it pretty boring. There are 2 more specials, either Rusty David, blah blah blah. But again, this is the price of failure, right? The magic LGBTQ critic protection isn't working. Didn't work at all, did it? No. And why didn't it work? Because Twitter's good. Twitter's great. People loving it. Twitter's great. But Twitter combined with terrible actual metrics, no good. No good. So therefore, we therefore have to destroy you. So what's going on in the Chibnall household? We're talking to Whittaker. Says, you know why we got our bad ratings. Because everyone's a bigot. They're all bigots, so they didn't like to see the stunning and brave Yasmin and Phasmin. And Jodie Whittaker's like, ooh, icky thump. I bet you're right. And that's a little slice of life from the Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall wacky wibbly wobbly world that they live in. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.